It is time for the fall draft. Are you got all pulled up, Dramon? You ready to go? All right, get us started. Let me just making those old man noises. We are here at our penultimate draft to do what we do once a season. As you heard, we got the usual suspects here with us today. We have to my right the current draft champ, Mr. Jermon Jackson,
the uncrowned champion. Sir.
It's in the car. I only have so many hands.
I was thinking of bringing my gauntlet, but I was like, that's too dangerous.
Can't have two in the same place. No. We have to my left, one-time draft champion and test my champion, Mr. Brian Martin is in the house as well.
Yes, here I am.
Yes,
here I am.
There he is.
Ready to bring the heat today.
Ready to bring the heat today, he says. Across the table, on time today, is Poprika's own Dick Van Dyke, Pete Lentz himself. All right, so this is the, if you've never listened to one of these drafts before, we pick a topic, and then we go our separate ways, and then we try to attempt to see who can draft the best team, quote unquote, of whatever it is that we're doing, fantasy football style. This one is congruent with the season 15 brackets of best hero. We're going to see who can draft the best team of heroes, and by team, we literally mean team. These are what we will be drafting. We will be drafting from all of fiction. Movies, books, television, video games, whatever have you. A leader, a science or technician or engineer type fella, a fighter, an anti-hero, a spy, a doctor or medic, a magician / sorcerer, two muscle-bound brawlers, and lobbied by Brian, a theme song for this team. So those will be our 10 picks to see who
I'm
can
into it.
I'm into it. You into it? All right. Then, let's see what order we're
I got to say
doing
that, like, we yesterday you were like, all right, let's assign roles to everybody. Who else's list changed completely following that?
Oh, there's a whole contingent of people I considered after that new format change.
My list didn't change because I hadn't made my list at that point. I thought this joined up in the shower. Like
my list was like, I was like, yeah, but where's Team Litigator?
I had started some heroes. I started some heroes and stuff, and it was like, well, there's only so many heroes you can pick, and then you change the list, and it was like, oh, much easier.
I spent like all night trying to figure out a way to get Detective John Munch onto my list, and it did not work.
It looks like I'll be drafting third.
Let's see what we got here.
4 plebes.
All right.
Oh, 2.
All right.
Hey, look who's number one. Hey, number one, guys.
That was the thing. The last couple drafts, that draft order has worked out in my favor a few times.
We'll see if it works out for you this time.
Yeah.
I should.
So one, two, 3, 4.
Yeah. Instead of like changing the seats and all this stuff in front of us, I'll just keep an eyeball on.
You'll just remember who's who.
That's why I have this thing written down.
Oh, neat. All right.
Poprika is nothing if not organized. So.
It is?
Yes. Much to see people's surprise, this is a well-oiled machine. Okay. Well, anybody got any questions before we get down with this?
So you said when we do our draft, we can
whatever
any
you
order
want
you choose.
Yep.
Okay.
If Brian wants to start with spy and you want to start with that tech guy, and however you want to roll it.
And it's still going to be once somebody's off the table, they're off the table.
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they're busy
Regardless.
now.
They've been hired.
But how many teams was Wolverine on at once?
That's a fair point. Wolverine's the only one that can appear on everybody's list.
How many people can be more than one of these things, too?
A lot of people can.
Well,
a lot of people can.
I have a character that's considered
multi-role.
At least 2 roles.
And no, Brian, you may not pick Jesus.
Oh, he's on my sorcerer list. Hey, but Satan's on my anti-hero list.
It works out. It works out.
Paradise Lost, baby.
All right.
We're doing some deep dives here.
Well, we concede the floor to you, Mr. Martin. Who are you
Jesus
going
Christ.
with?
All
And
right,
who are you going with?
I was afraid this was going to happen, and I was going to be up first. And it's like, I feel like for this pick, I'm going to pick one of my bruisers first.
Oh.
And it's like, these are options that like Jermon or Pete could easily snatch up very quickly. So I am going to pick my first bruiser. That is going to be RoboCop.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be picking RoboCop first in this draft. He is one of our greatest cinematic heroes.
I feel like I was trying to think this morning of like, I wonder if I could have enough time to whip up a scenario of why we need to draft teams to go do something, but I didn't have time. But I don't give a fuck what the scenario is because RoboCop just killing everybody on the scene.
Oh yeah, hey. one punch.
If I can get even half of my picks on one team, you guys are going to be like, I kind of want to fucking see this shit.
Reach out for all licensing agreements.
Yeah, RoboCop. I mean, top draft pick.
Right on.
I mean,
First round.
Just. He has a jetpack in the third one. I don't know. Like jetpacks are good.
And a rocket arm. And a rocket arm.
Yes.
He had the gun come out of his leg too, right?
Yeah.
What did you think about the remake movie? Did you see that?
No, I don't need that. Was that the Joel Kinnaman one? We talk about Joel Kinnaman a lot as one of the forgettable white actors of the aughts. But
They keep trying to make him a thing.
He's like New Age Jai Courtney, basically. Like
yeah.
I think they're the
same dude.
Yeah.
Even though they were both in the same movie.
I think they were. Suicide Squad. That's right. I think Jai Courtney is the diet Kinnaman. But if we're talking about Jai Courtney, then Joel Kinnaman is the supersized Jai Courtney.
And then right in the middle, you slide in Sam Worthington. And you're good to go.
Yeah, Joel Kinnaman is the Jai Courtney of Sam Worthington's.
Coming this summer, vanilla action heroes.
That's 3D Inception right there.
Just to be clear, I'm talking about Paul Verhoeven's RoboCop.
Yes. Right. Peter Weller.
The little Peter,
Peter
the voice
Weller.
of Batman.
Yeah.
All right, then. Right on. Oh, well, nice try.
Sadly, there have been a lot of RoboCops over the years.
You know what? That's one thing I'm surprised never got like a
Not enough.
a Saturday morning cartoon or anything.
There was.
They did.
There was.
There was?
It was,
Oh,
yeah.
he
It wasn't
had-
Saturday morning. It was syndicated, but there actually was an animated series. There was also a live-action television show.
Yeah.
Toys. Yeah, there were some toys that went along with the animated
The
series.
cap- the cap
you
gun
fed
dragon.
caps through the back, and there was a
Yeah.
little thing, and you could hear pat, 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 pat.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Great toy for children.
Yeah, right?
Not a
That was
choking
back when
hazard
they.
at all.
That was
That
back
was a
when they
trend in the 80s.
marketed R-rated movies to kids,
Yeah,
like the
you can
Terminator
probably
toys. And
you
the
can
Aliens
probably
toys.
trace every single gun violence issue we have today back to 90s cartoons.
Or at least the toys.
Yes.
Damn you, Mattel! All right, Mr. Jackson, the floor is yours.
I'm going to go ahead and get this team leader out of the way because I figured people were going to be sniping for this one. I'm going to go with one of the ultimate tacticians here, Batman.
Oh, wow. Okay, the Bat.
Yes. Well, you know, granted, he doesn't, well, they say he doesn't necessarily play well with others, but he's going to, if he's the team leader, he's going to get you through some shit.
It's not that he doesn't play well with others. It's that he figures out your weak spots and builds up contingency plans to take you out.
Yeah.
So it's like, in that sense, you can't really trust him.
In fairness, he was walking around human nukes all day. So, I mean, I would understand if, you know.
Fair enough.
But, yeah, he's going to have the plan. He's going to have the contingency on top of the contingency. He's going to have everything mapped out for you. And he's going to get you there. He's going to get you to that victory by any means necessary, basically.
All right.
Not a bad pick.
Keep it rolling, fellas.
Not a bad pick.
It is.
I'm four.
It's your pick.
Yeah.
I'm last.
He said,
What are you looking at me for, man?
He said, keep it going. Oh, it's me.
I think I'm going to go ahead and get my team leader out of the way as well before anybody else snaps this up. It's called Captain America.
God damn it.
That was my second, my alternate. I knew some,
Those were the next words that were going to be out of my mouth, actually.
Yeah, I was like,
Captain America.
let
Damn
me
it.
hop on this immediately. Batman wasn't even an option for me as team leader.
No,
I
not
feel
me
like
either.
the tide's turning against Batman recently. From what I've seen on Twitter, people are like, he just beats up mentally ill people all
Well,
day.
that's what happens when you cast Robert Pattinson as him. All of a sudden it's, oh, no, fuck that sparkly guy.
I disagree with the fact that Batman just. Have you seen this discourse on Twitter?
I mean, yeah.
That he just runs around and beats up mentally ill people all day.
It's not wrong. I mean, but
I mean, his Batman Year One is just taking out the mob. Those are mentally ill people.
But here's the thing. Well, that's debatable. But
not our current administration.
But I think it has less to do with Batman beating up mentally ill people, we need to ask ourselves, they've all been institutionalized at one point. Why are they still mentally ill? Why is this system failing?
Oh,
the patients of
Arkham is
Arkham.
designed to fail to support Batman.
There should be a whole Gotham like politics like comic or something that just deals with all this stuff.
I mean, we all played the video game. It sucks at Arkham Asylum.
That's about the school to Arkham pipeline.
Oh, very well done. All right, then, Mr. Lentz, it is on you.
All right. Well, since you snagged my leader out from under me, we're going to go with our science tech engineer guy because I need to snap this off the table. A, before any of you get it, but B, because I'm also taking a page out of Daryl's book and pandering to Paprika.
You're going to get one of these wins before we shut this thing down.
Oh, boy.
We're going to go with Rick Sanchez.
Oh, wow.
He didn't make my list.
At all.
But
I don't
here's
want him on my
the
team.
thing. I absolutely want Rick Sanchez on my team because he can't be surprised. He'll build an invention for literally any problem. Then he'll belch and get everybody drunk at the end of the adventure. So
That's pretty good.
I'm into it. It's Rick Sanchez, man. He's my guy.
I'm about halfway through season 1 now.
Yeah,
Oh, you just get into it?
Yeah, it is fucking weird.
Yes.
Rick is a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah,
first of all,
absolutely.
Rick is absolutely a piece of shit. But if there's any sort of life-threatening or world-ending or universe-collapsing issue, he's the dude you want on your side because he'll just whip together a machine, make fun of you while he's doing it, and then save everyone's life, and then go, "Yeah, I saved everyone. Here's my drink." You know. So yeah, Rick Sanchez, no question, he's my guy.
Good pull.
That's not a bad pull, sir. When I was just kind of Googling around, like, who's the best at this, who is, I saw his name pop up, and I considered it for a second. I was like, I don't know if Paprika's fuck with Rick and Morty like that. I guess we will see.
Initially, when it was just a straight list, I didn't even consider him, but I was like, he is not very heroic at all. Like
he almost fits in the anti-hero category.
Yeah,
but
A little bit.
Yeah.
All right, then. Pete.
Oh, yeah, it's a snake draft.
Yeah,
That's
snake
right.
draft,
That's right.
baby.
All right. So I'm next. All right. Well, let's get... oh, man. All right. Well, let's get... let's do our fighter here.
Boy.
All right.
So you needed somebody that knows how to kick an ass.
That is the definition of fighter.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know how to kick an ass? We need you real quick.
But that won't back down from a fight, but is still noble enough to know when the fight's over. I'm gonna go with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And we're talking
fighter?
prequel Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You and McGregor. You and
McGregor, baby, not Alec Guinness.
He's me. We need our fighter. He's me.
Not geriatric stick swinger. I'm talking about
flippy.
He was my top pick in my sorcerer category.
Yeah, he was. I was thinking about him as a fighter. Okay,
Are we sure I can't use Jesus?
well, listen. He used one lightsaber and fought a guy with 4 and still beat him. So
Yeah.
cut Darth Maul in half, left Anakin on the side
him
of the
to
thing
die.
to die.
Yeah.
Technically fought Darth Maul again and still killed him.
and then aged 70 years in the course of 10.
yeah.
It's a rough life, man. The Jedi's a rough ass life. You see what happened? You see how Mark Hamill looks now.
The beginning of New Hope, he looked at Vader's like, I'm getting too old for this shit.
You again.
But that is why Obi-Wan is my fighter, because I can go, hey, go over there and swing that sword and kill those guys. Go.
Your team leader can say that.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
we're all the Amanda Wallers.
Can I
of
pick?
this whole-
We're the Amanda Wallers.
We just
That's
assemble
right.
the team.
That's right. All right, so that's my pick. Fighter, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan
Nice.
Kenobi. I do believe Disney Plus said March.
They're filming in March.
Yeah, it's when it films.
I think they're just starting, aren't they? Yeah, they're about to start filming
In March.
Yeah.
I'm
I
extremely
don't know
excited
what,
for that.
an Obi-Wan fucking series looks like, but I guess we'll find out.
It's going to look like Ewan McGregor from the prequels, only probably good, because they're going to have Dave Filoni,
Filoni and Favreau,
and
over
Favreau
there.
do it. Yeah,
Star Wars is
the Star Wars stewards.
what's
as it were.
handling Disney Plus right now. They just got Disney Plus on their back. All right, so it's over to you there. Back to me. Wow. I feel like I need to take my fighter before anybody else does. I need to take my fighter before some people do. I'm going to take my fighter now before...
It's Jesus, isn't it?
I don't know if Brian's got this on his list, but I feel like I need to take it quickly. Yeah, go with my fighter. And I'm going to go over to the anime side of things. And I'm scooping up Spike Spiegel as my fighter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does he come with the bebop or?
Nope, just hands and fists. Listen, I've watched the first half of Cowboy Bebop 3 times. I have never seen the second half of Cowboy Bebop. And it's not for not liking the show. I'll get about halfway and then like something needs to drop that I watch for Poprika, and then I go watch that, and then something else drops, and then I go watch that, and I can never fucking get back.
Because when you come back, you don't know where you're at in
and
the
I
show.
start over from the beginning again,
and
I'm like, fuck, this is a good show. I feel like I've seen this already. I have seen this already. All right, okay, I think I haven't seen this before. Now, Star Trek Picard dropped, so now I got to go watch this shit. But by all accounts, it is a very good show. I've enjoyed everything I've seen so far. Brian talked about it at length when we did our interviews.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, and a very not obvious Bruce Lee ripoff character.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, if you want to draft Bruce Lee, but you can't really draft, like, Bruce Lee because he's a real dude, you could just pick one of his characters. Why not pick Spike Spiegel? Because he's Jeet Kune Do guy.
Yeah,
so
he's a pretty chill dude. I like that. And then people just all seem to universally love Spike Spiegel.
That's Steve Bloom does his voice, I think. The Toonami
That's
guy.
right. Yeah.
All right, then boom, Spike Spiegel is off the board. All right. And it is over to one Snack and Jackson.
Yes, let's go ahead and take this Magician Sorcerer off the board here, because I already know it's going to be a mad dash for this one. There's not a lot of magicians I would even consider here. Really? So let's just go ahead and get Doctor Strange off the board.
Oh, man, I thought you were going to say David Copperfield.
Siegfried and Roy. They did have a cartoon.
Tigers.
David Blaine.
Just to piss off the opponent.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Chris Angel, mind.
Oh, yuck.
If you're going to get a magician, get the Sorcerer Supreme, man, the Master of the Mystic Arts. Like, that's just a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's
He was third on my list.
Was he really? Wow.
Yeah.
He was fourth on mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Did you have Strange on your list, Brian?
No, because I assumed somebody else was going to snap it up. And I was like, this one's too obvious.
Yeah.
I'm going with Jesus.
I had more of a trouble trying to pick alternates for this category, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. That's my thing too. It's like I racked my brain to try to come up with like good alternates for this, and I'm like, is this?
Because I was thinking,
tough? I don't know.
and I was thinking more towards the voting. I was like, all right, is anybody going to know any of these magicians outside of Doctor Strange?
Yeah, that was that's why I said magician / sorcerer to kind of try to open it up a little bit. Well, actually, one of my first thoughts was Brother Voodoo, and I was like, nah, nobody's going to fucking love him.
Yeah, nobody knows who
Brother Voodoo is.
Maybe by the sequel or something.
Yeah, by the time the Doctor Strange 3 comes out, we might get a Brother Voodoo. Right on. Did you said you had him towards the bottom of your list?
I did. Yeah, I've got a couple sorcerers above him that I think might be a little cooler.
Oh, a little cooler than Strange. You want to talk about Strange?
Like, dude, what can be said about, like, he held his own against Thanos by himself. Like, I feel like he could have, he wasn't even using, like, all of his potential. Like, he had, like, even Thanos said himself, your greatest tool, and you never used it, the time stone and all this stuff.
Yeah.
There was so much more he could have been doing magic-wise that probably, it's just a matter of imagination.
Yeah, I think that Strange versus Thanos is the best we've seen Strange.
Oh, absolutely.
Way better than anything he did in his own movie.
Yeah, well, granted, it was like his first day on the job, so like...
Was it? Oh, you're talking about the Strange movie?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean,
he
did use the time stone to take on Dormammu, who's a giant interstellar being. Like,
that was pretty smart. Yeah,
that's all right. That's all right.
To make a dude rage, make your villain rage quit.
Yeah,
that's how you would rage quit.
That's right. All right, fuck it. It's like I hate Groundhog's Day.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Best I can do is $350.
That's all I got. That's all
Monster
tree pitting.
All right, Doc Strange for your magician / sorcerer. Mr. Martin, who's been suspiciously quiet as he's scheming and plotting over there.
Yeah.
It is on you.
Because I was brainstorming more sorcerers in the interim there. I'm going to go with my second bruiser, though.
Taking the bruisers quick.
Yeah, it's like I came to the football draft and just picked linebackers for the first 2 rounds. Just because I think that this might be on Jermon's list, and I think he's the brawler to end all brawlers, and that's the Thing.
Yeah, I thought
surprisingly
about that too.
not on my list.
And he comes with his own catchphrase.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
let's clobber him.
No, I was thinking sell me the women, but oh yeah, clobbering time. It's clobbering time.
And can sell me your women.
Yes,
Your women. I want to buy your women. How much for the little girl?
Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
little known fact: the Thing was a sex trafficker.
Right there on Yancey Street.
But he's Jewish, so I mean, yeah, no, the Thing, it was the very first guy I thought of. He was actually on my hero list before we got the assigned roles of the characters, so he's one of the few that actually transitioned from my original just hodgepodge list to this more defined list. So
All right.
he's going to beat the shit out of some people.
He has done so on many occasions.
Oh, yeah, he likes it.
He likes it. Have you been
He
reading?
gets his rocks off on beating the shit out of people. Hey, there's another catchphrase for you.
Get
Get my rocks off on beating the shit out of you.
Villain's like, oh, wait.
Oh, this got weird.
I'm confused. Are you saying the rocks are going to
Bags
fall
of money
off,
back
or
into the bank.
is this a euphemism? Either way, I'm not in for it.
This fight's over. Breaking news: the Thing has been kicked out of the Fantastic Four.
It's like they actually did that in the episode of a Harley Quinn or whatever with Dr. Psycho. Like he's fighting Wonder Woman and he like in the middle of the battle ends up calling her the C word and everything stops. Like,
I gotta get on that show, man.
yeah, it's awesome. It's
I gotta
awesome.
get on that show. That's great. All right, then, Mr. Martoni, it is on you again.
I'm going to go with my team leader, even though there's only one other person I'm against left on the board, but he could go in this direction. I don't know. I'm going to take Princess Leia Organa off.
Oh,
good.
Nice.
Talk
That's
tactician, fighter, Princess of Alderaan,
Former princess.
general.
Hey. That's not necessary, buddy.
That's it, man. I don't know what else to say about her.
That's
She's,
fantastic.
soon as she shows up in Star Wars,
Yeah.
Well, as soon as they show up to rescue her, she's like,
I got
"Step
this.
back, fellas.
I got this.
she's like, my comfort zone again.
She was probably in that gang in A New Hope. She was probably the most competent of them all.
Oh, easily the most competent and the most skilled. And
I mean, her or Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan was very
yeah,
competent,
yeah.
but he did. So
He only made it halfway.
He's not dead. He's on my team.
Oh, thank God you saved him. Thank God you saved him. Yeah, I want to know so bad what their plans were for her in the rest of The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
See what they had planned for her. As good as they could work it, I'm cool with what they did with her character.
Did you not see the Trevorrow leak? The leak of the Duel of the Fates script?
What? No, what?
yeah.
Oh,
The original version of Episode 9 that
Yeah, it was
Colin
called
Trevorrow
Duel of the Fates.
did.
Colin Trevorrow leaked the script. People don't know if it was him that did it or not, but
he did it.
He probably did it. Yeah, being like a fuck you Disney. I'm just going to put this out here and we'll see what the fans think. Turns out it's a better movie than Rise of Skywalker.
Turns out
That's not hard.
Just putting it out
Poprika
there.
can do a better movie than Rise of Skywalker.
I think Leia's death in Rise of Skywalker is one of the few good moments in that movie. Like I think it was handled as well as it could have possibly been.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And in a movie full of just horse shit, I think that was one of the standout moments
One
for
of
me.
the golden nuggets standing in that horse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think
gotta
as
find
a Star
this-
Wars fan, I've had to come to grips with the fact that Rise of Skywalker is not a good movie.
No, it's not.
It's just not.
I realized that when I bought the Blu-ray the day it came out, and it is still packaged sitting on my shelf. Right
The best thing about the Rise of Skywalker watching it at home is that you can pause it and or leave the room whenever you want. That's
Come back in. Nope, still horseshit.
Yeah, I was just like, a lot of very interesting decisions here.
Well, and coming off the fact that I loved The Last Jedi, and then the first thing that Rise of Skywalker did was retcon the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
it felt like they spent way too much time apologizing.
Exactly. You're pandering to a bunch of fucking incels that got pissed off on Rotten Tomatoes, man. Like,
damn it. Star Wars, you know you're going to make $1 billion. Just do what you want to do. Stick to your story.
They were nervous after Solo.
Oh,
that's the thing. Like, like I bet pre-Solo that movie would have been slightly better.
Yes. I agree with that. I can agree with that. Oh, Solo. That hurts. All right. So it is back on you, Mr. Jackson.
All right.
Who'd you pick? What did you do? What did you pick?
Leia.
I'm third.
I'm dumb. I don't know how to count. Apparently, I came without my brain today.
Pete, you just do the sign of the cross around the table, and that's how you get the draft order.
I'm going to go ahead and take my anti-hero off the board here. I'm going to go with somebody like you think an anti-hero, you need that dude that's going to do some dirty shit. That
dude is going to do some dirty shit.
Yes, that dude is going to just get it done no matter what. I'm going to go ahead and take John Wick off the board.
Yeah, there you go.
Number 2 on my list.
Good call.
I admit,
not on my list?
Yeah, in our original format, John Wick was not even a consideration because I don't necessarily consider him a hero.
Thank you. Yep. And thank you, Jermon, for not weighing in with my argument that John Wick's not a goddamn hero.
Right, just because you like dogs doesn't make you a hero.
Yeah, that's right. He was on a revenge mission, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, I said that in Poprika, and none of y'all helped me out.
And even you made such a good argument. Like,
I know.
You laid it down, and I was like, well, Pete's got the right of it, and I went about my day.
But dog, so dog wins.
Yeah,
and even before that, I mean, he was an assassin. He killed people for money, basically.
Yeah.
And, but he's an assassin with a heart of gold,
Sure he is. Really? He is?
Yeah, wait.
What? I mean, he is.
But he's going to be that dude, like, if you need something, if you need somebody taken out, he will do it. He probably won't even think twice about it.
He only kills the people that needs killing.
Yeah, and he's very efficient about it. Like, he does not waste time in needless fights. It's just, if he can get a gun to your head, you're dead. Done.
Done and done.
Yes.
And there's one thing we see him do a lot in these movies. It's put guns to heads.
Yes, absolutely.
Several times in the same scene.
And I know Batman doesn't necessarily condone it, but he's like, I need this done.
Jermon had Batman and John Wick on his list. Are you is this the X-Force? The dark event? What kind of wet works are you up to?
Oh, wait till you hear my theme song.
It's just the guy screaming "fuck you" into the mic over and over and over.
Some death metal stuff.
It's killing in the name of it.
What? All right. I feel like I need to get my anti-hero off the list as well. I'm just following everything Jermon does.
That's the way to go, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get my anti-hero. I'm going to ride the wave while it's hot and popular. So as for my anti-hero, I'm going to go with Billy Butcher.
Ah, damn it!
Oh,
yes.
Number 4 on my list.
Another one I would have never considered.
Really?
Well, I mean, pre-team format.
Yeah. Oh no.
There are only two anti-heroes on my list that I considered on my original list. Like out of my options here, and nobody said either one of them yet.
Yeah.
But.
Okay.
I literally, like, when we first started this, I literally cut off anybody in a Tarantino movie.
Well, I mean,
there's no.
What about Brad Pitt in Inglourious Basterds, man? He's out there killing Nazis.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing to do. And
that's extremely heroic.
The movie, they're literally called bastards.
And look, the military gave him that name.
I consider most of the characters in the Tarantino movies more protagonists than actual heroes.
Shoshana, maybe?
Maybe.
I mean, that's pretty rough.
I mean, she just burned down a theater full of people.
That's leaning heavy on the ante.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I mean, her motives were
noble.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, there's got to be one out there. No. Michael Keaton and Jackie Brown, maybe.
Maybe that's like
Jackie Brown herself.
No, she was involved in some shady. She was a drug mule.
I think the only altruistic person in any of the Tarantino movies is probably Robert Forster's character from Jackie Brown.
Maybe, yeah.
Like the bail bondsman he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's maybe about it.
I was gonna say Sam Jackson in Hateful Eight, but he still made a dude suck his dick before he killed him, or left him to die in the snow. Damn, Tarantino! He needs to make that Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Boys, Pete?
Oh yeah. I'm absolutely current. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through.
I just finished it yesterday. Oh my God, yes.
Ooh, that finale is fucking brutal.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Diabolical.
He said that at least twice this season already. I'm like, is that your new word for this season there, Billy Butcher?
Carl Urban is the man. It's just
that's what I got to talk about on this week's coming episode of Poprika. And I'm like, oh, maybe I just sit down and actually fucking watch it before.
He is definitely, I would tell you what, he is definitely desensitizing the C word though, too. Like,
yes.
He's honestly turning it into a fun word to say, even though you shouldn't say that word.
Most of the stuff he says is just art coming out of his mouth. And me and Leslie are talking about this. You can tell that Carl Urban is having a fucking blast playing this character.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. As probably the majority of the cast are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, then. It is on Pete Lentz.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I got back-to-back picks here, baby.
Double Verhoeven.
Double Verhoeven.
I mean...
Douglas Quaid in his
and
Hauser.
Hauser's on my bruiser list.
Douglas Quaid's on the spy list. Hauser's on the bruiser list.
Right.
Yeah, see what the party director.
Howdy, Quaid.
Give the people air.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do, since the anti-heroes are leaving the table fast. For my anti-hero, we're gonna. Yeah, I can't not do it. We're gonna go with Han Solo.
Nice.
He comes with the Millennium Falcon, so or
there you go. Now you get your team from point A to point B.
That's right. That's right. Plus, I mean,
12 parsecs.
I mean,
less than.
He's
if you round down,
he's kind of a. Damn it!
Damn you, Solo.
He's kind of a. He's kind of a bungler a little bit, but he also. Come on, he does. If you watch what he does in the movies, like he fucking steps on the stick in Jedi and gets punched
and manages to bring down the Empire.
Exactly.
It never would have happened if he hadn't stepped on that damn stick.
That's what I'm saying. He's got those moments of bunglery, but they always end up turning into amazing and awesome.
Well, that's interesting because my pick for anti-hero is Jar Jar Binks.
He had a whole scene of bungling his way through a fight.
That makes actually a whole lot of sense. I think you'll probably get some sympathy on that from the younger Poprikans, I think.
No, you know what? You wouldn't be wrong, actually.
Hey, I'm figuring that lot out. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of them responded to my Carol Burnett, so I figured I probably should.
Yeah, they're like, who?
She does have hands, man.
My pick for anti-hero is Danny Phantom. The kids like
Danny
that.
Tanner.
Solo's a good pick.
Favorite thing about Solo is him running after that stormtrooper and running to the room full of stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Like, you think of what you say bungling, that's what I think.
The funniest thing about that scene, though, is like the original version of it, there were like 5 stormtroopers in the room. And then the special edition, there were like maybe 20.
The hangar.
And now it's like a fucking hangar full of stormtroopers. like, we never talk about that, but every single time he remade it, like Lucas added more stormtroopers.
That needs more stormtroopers.
I feel like,
let's really fuck him up, guys.
Yeah. I feel like Han Solo is one of those characters that is so iconic. Like, as an anti-hero, he basically created his own trope.
Yeah.
No, there's way more.
Like a lot of characters like you would see in some movies and stuff, you would describe as a Han Solo type.
There are a lot of post-Han Solo anti-heroes.
Like Star-Lord is easily a Han Solo
for
type.
sure.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
100%. But he'll always be that rogue scoundrel
Nerf herder.
Yeah, scruffy looking nerf herder, man. Laser brain.
Like, I don't know where you get your delusions.
One of the guys who's I think is a post Han Solo, who was on my list of possibilities for anti-hero, but I'm not going to pick him, is Jack Burton. Mr. Pork Chop Express.
Pork Chop Express.
I don't think he would be the same without Han Solo.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't think that. I mean, yes, he's kind of a Han Solo type, but in that, I don't think that Jack Burton's really an anti-hero because he delights in being heroic.
Yeah,
like
I would say he's like a.
Also, he does nothing heroic, but
I wouldn't say reluctant.
He wants to be the hero really bad.
His buddy was the more competent one.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you mean like Chewbacca being the more competent?
Yeah.
I still don't know how he stayed alive in Red Skywalker.
And,
I'm still not sure that worked out.
And okay, so for my next pick, I was gonna go ahead and go magician to try to get that off, but now that I've picked Han Solo, I need to take one of my bruisers off the table. We're gonna go with Chewbacca.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Get the twofer.
Because I have to get the twofer.
The handcuff.
Like, yeah.
This is just the cast from the original Star Wars.
I mean, we got Leia, Han, and Chewie off.
Yeah, this is. I'm sensing a theme here.
Hey, man, they're great heroes.
Chewbacca.
I feel like Chewie doesn't get the credit he deserves, man.
I know, right? Well,
He didn't even get a medal.
Didn't even get a fucking medal.
he had to get his medal from Maz Kanata.
Second hand.
He had to get his medal from the MTV Movie Awards like 30 years
Oh, yeah,
later.
Leia wanted you to have this 30 years ago.
He's like, no, she didn't.
She wanted me to have it. She would have goddamn given it to me.
Force goes, Leia pops up. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, we didn't say all that.
We didn't say all that.
Moscana's like, I don't know. You want this?
Kind of found this in a drawer.
Like,
Where'd
you
you
want
get this
this,
from?
don't you? She says, looking at the camera.
Yes, we would like Chewie to get a medal, Maz Kanata.
I feel like Maz Kanata was at that point literally looked at the camera and winked. It was like fan service.
Bink, ding, ding. Yeah, so I can't have Han Solo on the list and not have Chewbacca like that, especially if one of y'all scooped up Chewbacca for whatever reason, and then they're on separate teams. That it just
Wasn't even
not a
on my
good
list.
look.
Oh, that'd be
Wasn't even a
weird.
possibility
That
for
would be
me.
weird.
It's not even a good list. It's not even a good look. So I'm gonna take that, and plus I get two bruisers, so I don't feel bad about Chewbacca being one of them. So that's my point. That's my pick.
All right,
Nice,
then.
nice.
Chewie.
Fair enough.
He'll pull your arms off if he loses.
There you go.
Okay. That's motivation, I suppose. All right. It is back over to me. Okay. All right, then. Well.
It's tough, isn't it?
It is.
This is really
It
tough.
really
This
is.
is a tougher draft than usual because
Yeah.
you have to think on two fronts. It's not just like, okay, what's the next movie people are going to pick? It's what's the next category are people going to pick and who will be on their categories.
So it's like,
Yeah.
man, it's 3D chess out here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think I'm going to go ahead and take my science person off the board. And as soon as I thought up this category, there's only the first person that pops into my mind is Mr. Science himself. I'm going to take Spock.
Oh, wow.
He was actually number one on my list. But then when I put Rick Sanchez on the list, he became number one. I just didn't put him. I just didn't change him.
You say Mr. Science, I was like, Bill Nye?
That's exactly what I did. You're gonna pick Bill Nye? Bill's nice. Bill Nye's
He's a
not
real
fictional.
dude, though.
As I was saying that, I was like,
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
he's been in movies.
He's been in some movies.
Yeah, yes.
Is he in Man of Steel?
I think he was. And he was
I
also in an
think
issue of like Action Comics where he's like, hey, Superman, look, there's the final light from Krypton.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
All sciencey and shit. Yeah, Funk Dr. Spock is that dude, man. All of season 2 of Star Trek, the original series, is like, we wouldn't have made it out if it weren't for Spock. They leaned on Spock heavy in that season. And then also the weird stuff like, you didn't know I had like a second set of eyelids that blinded all of you but didn't blind me, so I could be the hero of this episode. And you're just like, wow, fuck you, Spock. The dude knows how to get shit done. This is my thinking. Like, I had another person I'd pick. Like, all right, so some sciencey shit. But then what if you need, like, some chemistry shit, and that science person is like, well, that's not my fucking area of expertise. Spock has it all. Like, he knows all that kind of shit. So, yeah it made sense to take that fool off the list. quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, he serves a lot of purposes in any team. Like, I mean, he designed the Kobayashi Maru scenario.
Yeah, apparently so. He's running it at the time.
He's like Starfleet's biggest troll.
Yeah. He really is.
Well, you can't beat it.
Dude's died, come back to life, so I got that going for me in case he gets killed on the team. He can just put his Contra into Captain America.
He actually took down Wolverine like it was nothing.
Oh, yeah, he did in that comic book.
Yeah, he did that Vulcan nerve pinch. He was done.
God, the 90s comics were...
Yes.
I've never read any of those Star Trek X-Men, nor do I ever want to.
Yeah, it's not like...
Just when Marvel got the license for Star Trek for like 2 years, it was maybe the bleakest point in Star Trek history.
Easily.
I thought you were going to say Marvel's history, but that still works.
It does, because that was bankruptcy time for Marvel.
I very briefly, like when Marvel got the license, I was like, maybe I should start checking out these Star Trek books. And then I looked, I was like, no.
Oh, hell no.
Didn't IDW just do a Star Trek like Transformers crossover or something?
I feel like they did.
That exists.
IDW has Star Trek now.
They changed the Enterprise into a Transformer or something, and then it fucking
IDW
isn't it a Titan class now?
Because they used the Generation 1 Transformers in that one, didn't they?
What do you say about IDW?
IDW does all sorts of crazy
everything.
They just started a Transformers Terminator crossover.
Yeah.
And there is a what's the other one that's currently happening?
Back to the Future
Transformers.
Well, are they just missing Transformers?
Well, they're doing the actual
they actually
Transformer
released
DeLorean. So
a Transformer DeLorean
that already happened.
Yeah.
It's
sold out.
Ecto-1
no, the Ectotron is the Ghostbusters thing, but the
DeLorean one sold out in
like
like 2 seconds. It was gone, and now we'll never own one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well. Yes, not unless you hit the lotto. All right, Mr. Jackson, it is on you, sir.
Good Lord, where'd you
Snacking
go?
Jackson, time for action.
You know what?
Your fourth pick here, sir.
Yes, let me go ahead and take my fighter off the board here. If you want a fighter, you want somebody who just knows all the stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and take the Bride off of the list here.
Oh yeah,
that's
yes.
good.
Oh, that is
good. She was one of the ones I was like, I can't even put her on a regular hero list because once again, she was on a revenge mission. She didn't even do anything altruistic until the second movie when she found out she had a daughter or whatever. She was just out to kill Bill.
She was out there.
But I mean, she is like one of the deadliest women in the world. She, she's learned from Pai Mei, like probably one of the greatest martial artists on the planet. She's one of the only 2 people that knows the 5-point palm exploding heart technique, which is like.
Yeah, she's gonna put in that work.
She's going to put. She'll pull your damn eye out. You'll put your eye. She'll put your eye out.
You know what, man? As much as people talk about that particular fight scene, I am not a fan at all of that fight scene between her and Daryl Hannah. It doesn't do it for me, man. I know Tarantino said he's watching a lot of Jackass when he was writing that scene in particular, so that's why there's all sorts of goofy craziness happening and using all the props and whatnot that's inside the trailer.
Yeah.
But
I appreciate the physicality of it. I mean, I get it because it's like
it looks like it hurts a lot.
It's close quarters. You're just throwing people through stuff. And
I think the second volume felt like it took such a hard right turn from what the first movie was, the style of the first movie.
Yeah.
And like I got it the whole time. I'm like, okay, so he's just hopping genres here and everything.
It became more of a Western, I guess.
Exactly. But yeah, I think that's the beauty of Kill Bill. It's like everyone has their part that they don't care for as much and the parts that they do care for as much. I just think everybody can agree on like the Pai Mei sequence and everybody can agree on the Oren Ishii fight scene.
Yeah.
And like there's certain things everybody gets behind. But then there are other parts where people are just like, I don't know, that was disappointing. And most of those parts fall in Volume 2, unfortunately.
But to single-handedly be able to take out maybe like 3 dozen men on her own with just a sword is just like, that's an accomplishment.
Oh, yeah. The Crazy 88s fight is just
that
one of the best in cinema history.
Yes.
Agreed.
Oh, for sure.
They switched it from color to black and white
to avoid
the NC-17,
which is like that's all you had to do.
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, that was what it was?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
I thought it was supposed to be. I thought it was supposed to be like an homage to Kurosawa or something. Like
I mean, it works that way, but no, it was because there was too much blood.
Yeah.
There's such a thing.
There was.
Apparently.
Not anymore.
I mean, I've seen Peter Jackson's Dead
2003.
Alive, and that's not rated NC-17. So, like,
I think I feel there's 2 different kind of things though. Like you're kind of expecting that in that vein in a horror movie,
Right.
But people aren't maybe necessarily expecting that going into just like your regular standard action movie.
And let's not forget that you can go into any con around the world and buy like 5 katana swords.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, like, unless you want like San Diego Comic-Con to turn into something that looks like
Kill Bill.
the back third of Kill Bill Volume 1.
Right on. Good choice there, sir. Good choice.
yeah.
Mr. Martin, your 4th and 5th.
Okay. I am going to take my science tech engineer person off the list. I struggled with this one a little bit. There were a number of options, but I'm trying to keep every category to like its own franchise. Like I'm not drawing things like some people here from like one franchise.
Shut up, man. I can feel your look.
And this is a little pandering. I think this is most people's favorite character from this show. And I'm going with Kaylee Fry, the engineer of Serenity.
Oh, yes.
Yay. Shiny.
She's delightful.
Shiny, yes. Everything's shiny.
Yeah. So I think
I have not
I feel
seen
good
her
about
in
that pick.
Anything else?
I don't. Jewel State.
Yeah.
Is her name?
She's been
wild
in
name.
she's been in things. I know that, but she's Canadian, so I guess we don't really know. I don't know.
Or care.
I mean, I think she's Canadian. I don't know.
Yeah, like only time I see her is at like Firefly reunion panels these days.
Yeah.
Would you be down for new Firefly right now?
No.
No?
I never want to see more Firefly.
Okay.
Honestly. And like I know there's a huge contingent of fans out there that are just like bring it back, but I'm like I think the only reason Firefly is as fondly remembered as it is because it wasn't given time to really start sucking.
I agree.
But the thing about it is doesn't that argument go the other way? It never had time to become good to great. It could have gone either way.
I feel
Well,
like
I actually thought it was great right off the jump. Like
I
I
enjoyed
love
it.
the world.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot, but I also was like, this is aping a lot from Cowboy Bebop right now. And I think it's depending on Western audiences not quite being familiar enough with it yet. I felt like it was a little too derivative in ways that it wouldn't necessarily have grown out of. And that was my biggest problem with it. I loved the cast. Mal Reynolds is
Mal Reynolds was number 4 on my leader list.
On your leader list.
I've heard the rumor that Alien Resurrection was essentially a Firefly pilot more or less, because you had that crew of like random like folks on the ship.
That's
Or
interesting.
whatever.
I haven't
Ron
wanted
Perlman
to
and the
revisit
rest
that
of them.
movie in a long time, and I still don't. But that's a very
Oh no, by no means though. Don't.
I saw that movie recently and immediately wished I hadn't.
I watched that movie.
Talking about here?
Alien Resurrection.
I watched the one that came after previous.
No, it was after
No,
3.
that's the 4th one.
It was 97.
Yeah.
Like November, December 97
The
it
one
came
with
out.
Winona Ryder, Ron Perlman, and
Charles Dutton.
no,
that's
that was
three.
3. That was 3. The one
this
after
is
that.
4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I watched Alien Resurrection and then felt really dejected afterwards, but that was the night we screened Jackie Brown at the movie theater. So it was a real pick me up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely pick me up.
I like
Got
it
your second win back.
when
Yeah.
Ron Perlman can't save your movie. And Jermon and I we met Ron Perlman last year, and at his table with his autograph pictures on it, it was like, does he have any from Alien Resurrection? We're just looking, casing the place for Alien Resurrection photos. But
I don't think there was a single one.
that's still an interesting theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kaylee did a lot with the little. She was always like, look, we need this. And as far as I know, she never got none of that.
Never got any of that stuff.
But yet the boat stayed in the air.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she did a lot with the little man.
She's a skilled engineer.
She's a skilled engineer. Never would have occurred to me. Good call.
She's what I would call a firecracker.
All right, then, sir. We are at your 5th pick, about to be at the halfway mark.
Okay. Come back to you later, I guess. Let's go ahead and do. I'm going to pick fighter. Not that I think anybody else here is going to pick this one, but I just feel like maybe it's time. My fighter is Link from The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
The hero of time.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
He's got
But it's a video game franchise.
hefty arsenal of weaponry, skilled at all manner of combat. He's beaten back the supreme evil over and over and over again, generation after generation. Yeah, Link
Can wield the Triforce of Courage.
Can wield the Triforce of Courage. Not many people can say that. And
I can.
Not many people are allowed to say that. It's not part of the fable.
yeah. But yeah, I think he's maybe the greatest hero in video game history. So
okay, maybe
Nice,
the greatest hero.
nice.
of video
That is
games.
awesome.
Link.
I mean, Solid Snake exists, but I understand that.
He's also quiet.
All right, then. Well,
Pete, that's my theme song.
What was the last Link-centered game that came out?
Breath of the Wild.
Was it 2 years ago?
It was like
Two,
3 or
years?
4.
Or was
now.
it Link's Awakening for?
Well, Link's Awakening got a re-release about a year ago.
re-release on Switch.
Switch.
Yeah.
And then Age of Calamity, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity comes out next month.
That
That's gonna
doesn't
be the next
care.
one. It
No,
doesn't count. It's
that
not
doesn't
really
count.
not really a Zelda game proper, but Breath of the Wild 2 is supposed to come out next year.
Okay, well, there you go.
I'm very excited for that. Breath of the Wild was just an absolutely breathtaking game.
Unbelievable.
On
Breathtaking.
PS5, which I will stab all of you to get in November. I'm taking the day off for that shit.
Best Buy's like, we got one. I know there are 100 of you in line. We got
They're
one
just gonna throw an
PS5.
old wooden knife into the parking lot. Good luck.
Y'all can have that. I do not. It's been a rule of mine. I 100% do not buy brand new consoles on launch.
I don't either. Unless it's a
Absolutely
Nintendo
not.
one. I do the Nintendos.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
won't
it.
even do that one either. In fact, the Switch, I bought the Switch like almost a year after it had come out. I was like,
I like how much.
let's have this. All right.
I like how, like, if a kid called up his friend on Christmas Day and said, I got the Switch, it means something totally different now than like 30 years ago.
Damn,
Were
Tommy,
you out
what did
back
you
pulling
do?
it off the tree?
We
got
took
the
it back,
Switch.
guys. We took it back.
On Christmas Day? How'd you fuck up? Anyways, I gotta
On
go.
Christmas Day?
Jesus.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. It is on you, Mr.
On me.
Jackson.
Go ahead and take my doctor/medic off the board here.
Ooh, first doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
You're gonna need with all this violence and stuff going on, especially with my group. You're definitely gonna need somebody who's gonna be able to take care of just about anybody in any situation. I'm gonna go ahead and take Claire Temple off the board here.
Oh, the night nurse.
Yes.
Oh,
Wow, that's a deep dive.
That is
Yes.
a good pull.
Am I'm
Rosario
missing-
Dawson
right.
from the MCU,
Right.
Netflix
Some
stuff.
Netflix joints.
Right.
Well done.
She is she has ingenuity on her side.
Why can't I remember that?
She was able to figure out a way to help Luke Cage get through his impenetrable skin to heal him.
She going through the eye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did it again when he got hit with those Judas bullets or whatever.
Yeah,
when he had to
yeah.
basically put him in acid and all that stuff. And
Man, I love that woman.
she's very good at doing stuff on the fly. Like she's never been involved in the superhero game as far as
She may not have actually gone to medical school with that stuff like that. I don't know. Let's just dump you into some acid.
I always wanted to. This back to tank.
to be able to deal with people like Daredevil, Luke Cage on the fly, and she has some level of fighting skill now. That she's learned some things from the Iron Fist and what have you. I mean, she's a great person to have around.
Yeah, I think underutilized in the
Yes.
Defenders show.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's not there too often, if I recall. They've been meaning to go back and rewatch that whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, underutilized.
Yes.
Good job, man. Claire Temple. Man, I never would have thought about that.
Really good.
Oh,
Damn it.
I always think about.
Well, I mean,
And we have for Jamon's pick, Cory Booker is coming in. Apparently, our soon-to-be head of housing and urban development, Cory Booker is coming. Right on. For all of these, I had my ideas, and then I just Googled best fictional doctor, whatever, to see what kind of lists came up.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing her on any of those lists.
Well, because technically she's not a doctor
She's a
per se,
nurse.
but she
Not
was
even
more.
that.
She seemed more competent than most doctors you would see.
yeah.
Doctor's like, I don't know. She's like, it's a stub toe, dude. What do you?
Come on,
what you
do
doing?
this, and this.
Do
Get
this
this.
and this.
She was
WebMD,
doing,
dude.
She was doing some MacGyver shit.
Very well played, sir. Very well played. And we are halfway through Jamon's list. And I am going to continue right behind Mr. Martin. Pick my doctor. I'm going back to the Trek franchise. And I'm going to take that one woman that everybody needs as a doctor. And that's Miss Beverly Crusher.
Yeah.
That woman was calm under pressure, didn't put up with any of Jean-Luc's bullshit and nonsense.
No.
Would have slapped the shit out of Pulaski if she had the chance.
Get the fuck out my sick bay, bitch.
You're in my seat.
Crusher was that one that would literally. She seemed like one of the few people on that crew that would confront Picard on his bullshit.
She's 100% that bitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only problem is she comes with that goddamn son of hers.
Shut up, Wesley.
Well, part of being the Amanda Waller of this whole thing is assassinating Wesley as well. And blaming it on whatever they're going to fight, so she's got motivation.
Got it.
Yeah, man. It's all about circles within circles, sir.
Plans within plans.
My first idea was someone else. But then I was like, I just feel like Crusher just fits the build. Again, it was my Star Trek theory, like with Spock. She knows some of everything. She's got the knowledge and the technology. Right. Swipes you with the tricorder. Tricorder is going to tell you what the fuck is wrong, and then she knows how to get to work. So I feel like she's going to be competent and efficient as a field doctor.
Good call.
It is on you. Lance.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to go with my spy. Nobody's picked a spy yet.
I'm comfortable picking my spy towards the bottom because I don't think anybody's going to pick my spy.
Well, I mean, when you say the word spy, there's obviously is one name most people think of.
Oh yeah.
I'm not picking that person.
Are you talking about the Maxwell Smart? Or?
Yeah.
That much. Oh God, no. I would never in a million years.
No, but there were. This was a category I had a lot of good picks for this, and every pick that I have is from some sort of different franchise or something. But so I had to evaluate them.
Star Wars?
Yeah, I know. There's not a single Star Wars character.
Yes, there is.
Cassian Andor.
Cassian Andor, yeah, technically is a spy.
Just write it down. Cassian Andor.
But I'm gonna have to go with Solid Snake from the Metal Gear games.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
There were so many on this list, so many spies I wanted to pick. But Solid Snake, of all the spies that I had on here, Solid Snake, I feel like, is the only one of these characters that can get into the place, fuck up all of the shit, and get out before anybody in the place knew what was going on. Nobody knows it's actually Solid Snake. He's in and out, and all your shit's fucked up. You know?
I feel like at some point, especially by the time they got to the 5th game, they should be like, just shoot all boxes.
Yeah, the man can fool you with a cardboard box. That's it.
I loved his when he got added to the roster for Super Smash Brothers. His reveal trailer was just all the characters are fighting, and in the background there's just this box. And eventually he comes out of it and just starts kicking everybody's ass.
It's crazy how that one random thing from the game has become so synonymous with Solid Snake. It's just sneaking around in a cardboard box. It's a very small part of the game, but yet that's what everybody remembers.
It's so ridiculous that it stands out.
That it works sometimes.
Yeah. It's like some Looney Tunes shit.
There's a lot of Looney Tunes shit in the Metal Gear games. I remember watching the trailer for Snake Eater the first time, where he's got a knife and he's surrounded by bees and he's just swinging a knife.
Snake Eater. Kojima was a wild motherfucker.
And that's one of the, Snake Eater is probably ultimately the best. Well, I won't say the best Metal Gear theme because it is very, very awesome. That is a
very James Bondish.
But the best Metal Gear theme is the Harry Gregson Williams Metal Gear. No, 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 no. That's the man. As soon as I hear that, I want to go jump off a bridge.
Jesus Christ!
No, but in a cool way, with a bungee cord onto a ship,
like GoldenEye, like GoldenEye. Okay,
like GoldenEye. So yeah, Solid Snake, my spy, 100%.
That is a good pick.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and get my Magician Sorcerer off the list too. Now, given some of my other picks, you could think that it would be predictable for me to pick some form of Jedi right now. I'm not gonna.
What are you going with your Magician Sorcerer? You said?
Yes, my Magician Sorcerer. We're going to pick Gandalf the White.
Oh, okay, yeah, he was
a good one. Going for one of the greats.
Bottom of my list there.
I mean, you can be on the bottom of your list, whatever, but he's Gandalf the White. I mean, he defeated a Balrog before he became the White. And, you know, he's just... You don't get to see very many wizards that can score critical hits with a sword. Like, that's not something that ever happens ever. In any sort of fantasy ever, most magicians are physically weak, right? They got all the magic and they'll do all the things. But when it comes to actually fighting, nah. You got to protect your wizard, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody protects Gandalf the White. No one. No one has to protect him. He kicks all of the ass and then has all of the magic. He's awesome.
Yeah, Balrog pops up like, hey, what's up? And again, I was like, I got this sword. Yeah. I got this staff. I'll figure it out. You guys fly. You fools.
Like, I got this.
Yeah, I got this. There's nothing you can do here but get dead. So I'm out. Yeah.
Get dead.
Get dead. Yeah. I still want to go to the alternate universe where Sean Connery actually accepted the role for Gandalf the Grey, just to see what that would be like.
Right.
I feel like that would be some wild business.
It would be
I feel like he'd be all cussing and stuff.
God damn it, Frodo.
Losers give their best.
These fuckers shot
Frodo. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen, Frodo.
Amazing.
Yes,
amazing.
Wow. I was not expecting that.
Fool of a took. Okay. So that's
Just mutters about it the whole movie. Fuck a prom queen. Stumbles
What
around.
is Gandalf talking about, man?
what's the prom queen?
Mr. Frodo, I'm worried about him.
We all are, Sam. All right.
So that's it. So that's it. My spy is Solid Snake, and my magician is Gandalf the White.
Well done.
That's good.
An eclectic
That's a
mix
good
right there.
team.
Yeah, you're getting a wild list again. Okay, then. It's time for me, huh? I guess I can go ahead and take a muscle-bound brawler off my list.
Oh, yeah, you guys have not tapped into the brawlers very much.
No, you double brawlered, man.
I double brawled.
You must be exhausted. I'm just going to go ahead and... I'm just going to go ahead and take the Hulk as my first muscle.
Somebody's going to do it.
Somebody's taking the Hulk.
Number 2 on my list.
Yeah, he's number 1 on mine here. Boom. Hulk, gone. Yeah, I mean, he's the fucking Hulk, so you know he's going to brawl some shit out. As long as Thanos isn't involved, he should be good to go. I feel like...
What do you mean, no?
I feel like in between that 5-year gap in Endgame, when Banner learned to finally infuse himself in the Hulk, he's like, now we got to take some motherfucking boxing lessons.
Yeah. Dab.
Because he got his ass out.
Oh, yeah, he two-pieced him. Like,
Two-pieced him. Zab-Juded him all day long. It was painful.
He was like Mike Tyson. Like, he is a very dominant fighter and uses that to his advantage until you come up against a more skilled boxer.
Yeah. You just couldn't out-muscle. And then Thanos was actually... He had finesse and combinations. And he got outboxed. But Hulk, if you need somebody to go fuck some shit up, you just point him in that direction. Say
absolutely.
Smash.
Yes.
Smash. Yep.
And then we'll see who gets their rocks off.
When you need shit fucked up.
We need shit fucked up. Unless it's like Endgame Hulk back in time.
When you need shit thought about.
And he's like, all right.
How about you say you can smash some things along the way? Like,
that's embarrassing. Tosses the motorcycle for no reason. Right on. It is on you, Mr. Jackson.
Okay, let me go ahead and take my spy off the board here.
You're going to go with Dave Bautista, My Spy?
Yes, absolutely. Still haven't seen that yet.
Don't worry, nobody has.
He's a spy. He's a spy in Stuber too, isn't he?
Well, he's a police. He's a police, like a detective or whatever.
Detective.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually like Stuber, but anyway.
I thought Stuber was pretty funny, actually.
I still haven't seen it.
I think it's on HBO Max.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, when you think spy, of course, there's that one name you always think of. I'm not going that route either.
I guess nobody's gonna pick that poor fool.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull Ethan Hunt off the board.
Yeah,
There it is.
He's on my short list.
And there is literally one reason picking him over the obvious choice of he actually does spy work.
I had Ethan Hunt in 2 places.
He never actually
my-
tells anyone that he's Ethan Hunt.
Yes. Literally, when you show up somewhere and you literally tell somebody your name, your last name, and then tell them the full name right after that. Not a good spy.
No.
Not a good spy.
Gets way too involved in
Oh, I've heard of you. Thump, thump. That'd be the end.
Ethan Hunt he actually goes in there, does the spy work, tries to sneak into places, uses masks and disguises.
Hashtag 3D mask.
Yes.
Does his own stunts.
Yes.
Does he? Yes. Ethan Hunt does his own stunts.
Should be dead several times over right now, but I think it's that high Thetan count or whatever. I think Thetans are like the Scientology equivalent of midichlorians, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Keeps him young.
I would that's one of those things. It's like you should not be the world's most renowned spy because if you're doing your job right, no one should know who you are.
No one knows the world's most renowned spy.
Yeah.
I assume it's Pete. That's why he was late to the last draft.
He could be Ethan Hunt.
Ethan Hunt.
I neitder confirm nor deny this.
See,
The last draft, Pete came in all bloodied and with a ripped tuxedo and
it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Wearing a
several
tuxedo.
open wounds.
I'm sorry, guys. Is Friday the 13th off the table yet? Oh, okay.
Good call, sir. Good call.
Anti-hero, Jason Voorhees.
Jason Voorhees, please. All right. It is back over on me now, right?
No, it's
No,
going
oh,
to Brian.
Brian. Okay.
Yes. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah.
All right, then I'll take my spy off the list. You didn't go? What did you just pick? You picked Hulk. He picked
Ethan Hunt.
Ethan Hunt. I'm going to take my spy off the list, and that is in honor of someone we lost this year. Emma Peel is my pick for spy.
Wow.
From the Avengers.
Wow. From the
Portrayed
I feel
by
like you're not going to get a whole lot
The
of
British
love on
Avengers.
that one.
I don't know.
The British
I don't know,
Avengers.
Not the other one.
The East Coast Avengers.
Emma Peel is a transcendent spy character in that she was female. She was tough as nails. She was a very empowered woman, and she had such broad sex appeal that I know men and women alike were really, really into it. And I'm not talking about the Uma Thurman version of the character from the 1998 movie. I'm talking strictly the 60s Avengers, Emma Peel.
Diana Rigg.
Dame Diana Rigg, who died last month.
That's right.
Also, still to this day, my favorite Bond girl.
That's what I'm saying. She's also the one spy I could think of that actually bested James Bond's heart.
Yes. In some wayward way, yes.
Yes. So Emma
Suppose I
Peel.
would kill you for a
Emma
thrill.
Peel, and there was a very, very, there was a chance that I was going to subversively have that character on my list twice at one point, but I didn't do it. And I'll explain that later.
Okay. Apparently, Emma Peel is also his theme song. Don't know how that worked out. All right. Well played, sir. Well played. And it is on you again?
Yes.
You have left your anti-hero, your doctor/medic, your magician/sorcerer, and your theme song.
Kicker. I am going
is his
to
banger
go
right here.
with, who's got doctor/medic left? Anybody?
I do.
Nope.
Pete-
I took mine.
Pete still got his?
Pete. Just Pete.
And I feel pretty confident about both of these. So I'm just going to go ahead with my doctor/medic. Yeah, I like some people have said here, you want somebody who's multifaceted, able to do a variety of things, maybe outside the realm of expertise dictated by their position. And my doctor certainly fits that bill. In fact, he is a renowned MD. Hematology is his specialty, but he's also a skilled monster hunter, and that is Dr. Abraham Van Helsing from Dracula.
Hematology is his specialty. Very nice.
That is an interesting choice right there.
Yes.
I had a lot more literary picks on my original list of heroes, but I was like, okay, I'm going to stick with this one though
He's going to the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
because I don't want to.
Alan Moore's going to pop up and tell you how much he hates your pick now.
I don't want to. I didn't want to just go with a straight doctor, and I was like, this guy you need a monster hunter. I was looking at my list. I was like, well, Link's kind of a monster hunter, but like, I mean, Abraham Van Helsing's like, but here's the shit you need to do the monster hunting.
Yes. So. Okay. Yeah. Interesting choice. Isn't there a Van Helsing show out right now?
I think so.
Maybe
so.
Maybe
on one of the streaming
Netflix,
services.
maybe.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a woman.
I thought it was on Sci-Fi Channel.
That could be. Who knows?
Who knows? Sci-Fi had like a good 3 years and then went right back to shit.
It's back to Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus.
Mutant beaver versus versus the deranged squirrels.
See, I don't get Sci-Fi Channel, man, because a whole bunch, I don't understand. So many great fucking science fiction shows start on Sci-Fi Channel and are either canceled or cancel themselves or get picked up by other networks. But Sci-Fi Channel's always right there with Mega Shark versus Giant.
They're right.
Snuffleupagus,
bread and butter.
you gotta have the sure bets. You know?
You gotta have the Tara Reid winners.
Exactly.
Brian Austin Green.
It was exactly like we know what the people want.
Are you sure about that, sir? I don't think your people are my people.
We need that 8th grade level CGI.
I think there's so many shows that were on Sci-Fi Channel that I just absolutely loved. You know, Battlestar Galactica. Of course, it didn't get canceled. It canceled itself because they knew where the ending was going to be and whatever. You know, Farscape, obviously. Defiance, The Expanse.
I forgot about Defiance.
Defiance is fucking great. And Defiance was also made by Rockney S. O'Bannon, the guy who did Farscape. Yeah. So there was some Henson Creature Shop shit in Defiance as well. Plus, I had a great MMO tie-in or video game tie-in, which was cool. But so many got started on there, and then just fuck off. Yeah, fuck off. We don't want to do this anymore.
And they also gotten their hands into like their like made for TV movies are pretty good too. Like Tin Man, I thought was pretty fucking dope.
Didn't they do the Dune remake?
They did the Dune and Children of Dune, which is actually better.
Yeah, I agree. If you just give those better budgets, man, they could have been dope.
Oh, absolutely.
I loved Sci-Fi's Dune. Like it's pretty fucking faithful to the plot.
Yeah, it is.
It's better than the fucking Lynch shit.
It puts the weirding way back to what it was instead of fucking Lasgun crap, you know. Which was entertaining, but definitely not the weirding way. You know, that's not it's not Dune.
Should have put Gurney Halleck.
Gurney Halleck should have been one of your fighters.
But never take anything from that Dune. All right, then. It's you again, right, Brian?
No, I don't think so.
That was your two.
That was his two.
That was my second.
Oh,
he
was
his second
Peel and then Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, Jermon, you have science tech. Your brawlers and then your theme song, which did we say we're gonna do our theme song?
Theme songs last because you can't have the theme song till you got the assembled crew. You got to earn the theme song.
All right, I can respect
Let me go ahead and get my science tech dude off the board here. There was there's obviously quite a few people in that realm that you can choose from. I'm going to go ahead and take one of my obviouses off here. I'm going to go with Reed Richards / Mr. Fantastic.
Okay.
And he's your
science and tech guy.
Science and tech guy. Okay.
The dude's a fucking genius, man. He's probably one of the smartest people in the Marvel universe. Pretty much people like outside of say a Tony Stark, everybody comes to him for all the shit. He created unstable molecules, where any superhero can basically have some fabric that caters to their superpowers. He's just built and tinkered, and that's just what he does. To the point where he's damn near about to lose his marriage. He is so dedicated to the science, man.
He's always on the brink. It's like his wife has needs. There's a horny fish dude out the window.
Namor's just waiting in the wings all the time.
People, a lot of people always said Tony Stark was damn near a supervillain. Reed Richards is even closer.
Thank you.
He is a dangerous person. If he and they've proven that with the Maker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the ultimate
evil.
version.
Yeah, Reed Richards.
Yeah, the helmeted fool.
Yeah.
Look, Reed is such a fascinating character to me. I'm not a big Fantastic Four dude, but I fucking love Reed Richards.
Yes.
Because that dude is willing to sacrifice his family in order to save the universe.
Gives no fucks about
it. He's just that's the universe.
He's so pragmatic about it. He's just
Reed is the embodiment of Spock's needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Absolutely.
Outweigh the needs of my wife.
he is so smart that there is literally a council of reeds or whatever from different reeds from different dimensions that come together and share knowledge and stuff.
Yeah, and Rick and Morty jacked that idea.
Rick and Morty sold the
Council of Ricks.
The Council of Ricks was straight up.
Council of Reeds.
There's a Council of Ricks. I rest my case.
Yes.
Rick Sanchez. All right.
Yeah, man, Reed is some wild shit.
And plus, he's got the powers where he can get involved in the fight if need be too.
Yeah, and his wife is straight up best MILF in the Marvel.
Oh yes, hell yes.
I think no better MILF in the Marvel universe than
Is she? Do
Sue
they have
Storm.
kids?
Yeah, they got two
Yeah.
kids.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, they got two kids. Yeah,
Franklin and Valeria.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I think that statement stands.
Yeah.
There's a hole in my
Unless we're
Marvel
counting like
knowledge
the cuckoos from
X-Men.
from Emma Frost.
it was like
that's-
clone.
yeah, that's true. All right, then let's move it on over to me. I have my spy, my muscle-bound brawler, my magician. I'm gonna just go ahead and take my magician / sorcerer. I think my spy is safe, ridiculous and safe. You were actually narrating what's happening in my head at the time.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take Master Yoda as my spies or my magician / sorcerer.
Number 2 on my list.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
Someone else was number 1, but I feel like Yoda gets more love.
Oh, he's very well respected.
Yeah, he's very well respected. I mean, he knows what the stakes are. He gets the job done. He's just a goofy little bastard at the same time.
He literally it's weird because and I guess it was that those years in exile that did it because you see him in the prequels and he's very competent. He's he's very serious
shit.
about his shit.
Yeah.
And then
This
by the
dude
time you get
snapped.
to Empire, he is just goofy as fuck. Yeah. And that was kind of part of the whole thing about teaching people respect or whatever. Like you should respect somebody regardless of how they appear.
Yeah, I feel
and
like part
yeah.
of it was just an act put upon.
Oh, yeah,
him.
it was
Luke gets
100%
there.
an act.
And then after that,
Because he drops
still-
that all when it's time for training.
Yeah.
But then when he comes back as a ghost, he still acts goofy as shit. So I feel like we just finally. I think it was just like the New Republic or the Republic years, the waning days of the Republic. He was like, "This is fucking boring."
Yeah.
And he just didn't get to really cut loose. But then he lived on a swamp for 20 years and was like, "This is what I'm talking about."
Look at all this life.
Look at
around
how
there.
stupid this is.
Was this planet part of our republic? I don't know. Putting my flag in it. Yeah, man. Yoda is that dude. And in Last Jedi, man, he just comes back specifically to talk shit to Luke, blow up his fucking house, or the tree or whatever it was.
Very explosive trees.
Page turners, they were not.
Exactly. He knew what the game was. He knew those books were dry as shit. It teaches you the fundamentals, but doesn't teach you how to be a Jedi.
Right.
And I feel like Yoda in those last years would have been a dude who would have trolled you on the battlefield while you were fighting.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then we saw what we can do in episode 2.
He did troll what's his nuts Dooku a couple times during that fight.
Yeah. Yoda knows what the deal is, man. That's
My favorite troll from Yoda, though, was in episode 3 when he said to Palpatine, "If so powerful you are, why leave?"
Yeah, way to go. Way to poke him with the stick.
Yeah.
Not if anything to say about it, I have.
A little bitch you are.
Basically.
I think it's episode 3 where he says something to the effect of these Jedi are so far up their own asses. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
you're also part of that.
Yeah.
There, buddy. None of y'all knew what was happening in
He
the
seemed like
background.
he was the only one that was halfway aware of what was going on with Order 66.
Yeah.
Everybody else was getting snuck up on. He
Cypher
just,
Diaz knew what was going on, right?
Oh yeah, but he was assassinated.
He got clapped out.
Yeah. Yoda was like one of the
They
few
punched his
that just
card.
he was just like, nope, cut their heads off.
Yep. Right on. It is on Pete Lentz.
All
You
right.
have your medic and your muscle brown brawler number 2 left.
I also have my leader and my song.
Oh yeah, lead. Oh yeah, yeah. You've gone this whole time without anybody leading your shit.
Well, it's because once this list started, my concept for my leader is actually changing, seeing who's on my roster. Like picking the leader is not, I want to pick the leader because he's a good leader. I want to pick the guy that can corral these crazy
Yeah, Pete's
fucks.
going to need an Amanda Waller before it's all done.
with Rick Sanchez on your list.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
I mean, I kind of feel like I know who the leader's going to be now, but I don't think it's time to pick him or her quite yet. I'm going to get my other bruiser off the table first. I feel extremely confident picking this guy, but I don't think it's going to win me any Poprika points. But if I were really assembling a team of people, I would need this guy on my team. I'm talking about Kratos from God of War.
Oh no, that could win you some. That could win you some love. Yeah. That's a good pick.
I absolutely need Kratos on my team. The dude stomped all of the Greek pantheon and is now currently working his way through the Norse pantheon, just killing gods.
Yes.
Fuck all of them. Fuck them.
He's the ancient John Wick.
Right, exactly. Exactly. And and especially if anybody is, first of all, if you've played the original God of Wars, they're just a hacky slashy thing. But this newest God of War is like, you get to see an emotional side of him, which is awesome, and his fatherly side. But when it's time for him to kick an ass, like they really amped up the ability of him to kick ass.
Oh, yeah.
They really amped it up. Like when he throws that axe, and it you can get it to go through a whole bunch of different people, right? And then when it comes back and the controller has that satisfying thud when it gets back in your hand, it's like, oh man, I feel like I'm holding it. Now it's time to use it again. I can throw it again. And then he gets his chain blades back. And then there's that. So he's switching back. He's the guy I want. He has all the weapons and will kick all of the ass. And he kills gods.
Great.
So
pick. Great.
Good
Great pick.
That's a good choice.
But you are going to need an Amanda Waller.
Yes. Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
There's nobody on that team with what I would call a heart of gold.
No.
Gandalf's on the team.
Gandalf, I guess he's
that is a powder keg.
I mean, this is coming from the guy who's got Reed Richards of no morals. John Wick has just been killing people all day long.
The Bride.
Yeah, you've got straight up killers. You have straight up murderers on your list, bro. Murderers.
Jesus, Shimon, what are you assembling this team
And your medic is like, I don't know, put him in acid?
Oh yeah. That theme song's going to fit in perfectly.
All right, Pete, it's on you again. You have to choose your leader and your doctor.
All right. So we're at the doctor, huh? Okay. So, my doctor. There we go. I had to retype in here. The doctor I'm having a really hard time with. The doctor's probably the hardest one on my list because it's like, you defaulted to Star Trek, because that's a very prominent doctor, right? There's another prominent doctor in Star Trek, maybe. But I'm going between two here, and I'm gonna have to go with the guy that the doctor that I knows about more than just human physiology, knows about alien physiology, knows about cybernetics, knows about pretty much the makeup of any type of life form.
John Zoidberg?
And have you tried Zoidberg?
What about Zoidberg?
He's also the size of a house, so he can kick and stomp pretty much anything that these guys would that these guys would come in contact with. I'm going to take Ratchet from the Transformers.
Nice.
That was a consideration there.
Now here's my issue with Ratchet as a character is that most of the fiction that people would watch, like if they watch him in the cartoon or they see him in these movies. First of all, he's absolutely fucking wasted in the Michael Bay films.
Yes,
they turn him into a one-note joke and then they fucking kill him in Last Night and all of that. Is it Last Night or no?
Age of Extinction.
It's Age of Extinction. Yeah, because they kill him on the boat or whatever. And he's one of the first ones to go.
Oh yeah.
And then in the show, he was always, kindly and whatever and always fixing stuff, but it never really got into how deeply connected Ratchet is. The comic books?
In order to understand Ratchet, you have to have been in Pete Lentz's room as a child playing with his Transformers toys and seen the actual things this miracle worker did.
He is. He's a miracle worker. He's a miracle worker, but in the Transformers, in the IDW comic books, Ratchet's a master surgeon. As a 100% a master surgeon, especially after issue 5 when he steals Pharma's hands and now he's got hands that works. Ratchet all day. And I mean, again, can transform into a van, an ambulance, so he can kind of ferry some people around.
Yeah.
He's big enough that like, the team's gonna fight werewolves or vampires. Ratchet can just go thunk and step on them.
The only problem with him on your team is that like everybody else climbs into the Millennium Falcon. He's like, okay, I'll meet you guys there.
Any gas stations along the way?
I feel like he would ride on top of the Falcon like the Grape Ape style.
It's the radar dish that always gets knocked off.
No, see, you know what'll happen is Rick Sanchez is going to go, I can fix that for you, and then give Ratchet a new alt mode where he can attach to the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, he's the new escape pod.
Like a mech.
Yeah. He goes in the front since they shot the escape pod out into the maw, so now they need a new escape pod in the front. So now they've made Ratchet into the new escape pod.
Well done. Well done.
Nice.
You get a no prize, Pete.
Right?
Great Marvel.
I'm old enough to know what a no prize is.
I have it saved in my meme folder for people who say dumb things on Twitter.
I've seen yes.
Congratulations, you get a no prize.
Wait, isn't the no prize dumb things that actually make sense? Isn't that the?
I just use it for dumb things, period.
Yeah.
All right, it is back on me. I have a spy and a muscle brown brawler, and I mean, I'm just take my muscle brown brawler. You talk about muscles, man. You gotta talk about one of the strongest dudes on earth.
Ultimate Warrior?
Get done.
Oh yeah.
It's not problematic. He's like,
Never understood what the shit like way too tight around his arms were. I just never understood that no blood got to his forearms ever. I'm gonna go with Soups, man.
oh yeah,
It's like Superman.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
You got Superman on your brawler list? Yeah. That's fucking perfect.
Superman's ground game is amazing.
Yes.
Just chokeholds and leg bars.
It's beautiful.
He'll snap your fucking neck.
That is beautiful.
Ground game is amazing. just laying on top of you exhausted all day long. Love to see Superman in an MMA fight.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm looking at my list right now. I just had the opportunity to get it all together. And even if I pick a shitty leader, this team is still fucking solid as fuck.
There is not a weak team.
No, these are pretty solid lineups.
It's a fun fucking week
insane.
to see who.
I really can't wait to see the comments on
it's
this
awesome.
one.
Yeah.
Look, who's this team of murderers? These fucking murder hobos over here.
I feel like the Poprika is like, yeah, they're gonna get the job done.
Look at Brian's list and be like, oh, this is the smart guy. Van Helsing? All right.
Okay, Mr. English degree.
Somebody also got RoboCop on there too. So
Hey, check it out. This bitch read Paradise Lost.
Yeah, man, Soups. I mean, he's Soups. I mean, the dude's just known for fucking strength. You need somebody to just punch the shit out of somebody that's not Dr. Manhattan. Soups is the person you're going to go with. Yeah, the end.
Nice.
His battle alone with Doomsday, I was like, holy shit,
That's
this
a fucking
dude,
brawl.
yes.
The only person that can kill Soups is Dan Jurgens.
Yes.
That was it Jurgens that did that?
Yeah.
You know, you had that one bruise on his face that was like that circle,
The
an
purple
inflated
circle.
purple circle. I was like, people can bruise like that? Jesus fucking Christ.
Aliens can. People can.
Oh, he should have been pulped 10 times over from that fight.
He should have had like
Goddamn.
juicy Rocky face,
Yeah.
you know, like all swollen. Cut my eye, Lois.
Didn't he punch? Doomsday punch Supergirl's face into clay?
Yeah. It was when she was like a
some protoplasm type. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
That's the 90s. Who's y'all's favorite Superman actor?
Oh gosh, you got to go with
Christopher Reeves.
Reeve, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love Cavill. He's like a very close second, but Reeves is that.
I like Cavill as an actor, like how he looks in the suit and everything.
Yeah.
But I think that Superman is an abomination.
I think.
I don't like him as a Superman.
I think the only
Love it.
I wish
Love
like
it.
Henry Cavill was a good Superman in search of a good movie. I think
that was my
take
the
on it.
material betrayed him.
Yes.
Yeah.
The idea that first of all that he would kill Zod outright like that. The idea that Superman is that Superman's parents would encourage him to not help people. No.
I'm with
Nothing
you.
about
that was the moment where the movie lost me. The movie lost
100%.
me at Pa Kent. It wasn't even the snap. I was gone by the time we snapped the neck. I was like,
the Pa Kent story. See that, and that's the way Pa Kent is in the original Donner Superman. That's it.
That's it.
Because that father told him he should, hide his powers back, but still be a good person.
Right.
And then has a heart attack and dies. And Superman then gets to realize the frailty of human life without this fucking, I'm on an interstate and can clearly get away, but there's a tornado coming, but fuck you, stop, no. Shut up.
I think
that's terrible.
I think that was part of the
tactfully
conflict.
done there.
Yeah, I think that was part of the conflict with his two fathers, Jor-El and Pa Kent, because Jor-El was like, hey, you're going to be special among these people, you're going to stand out and, use your powers and what have you. And then Pa Kent was like, no, you don't want the trouble that comes along with this stuff.
Pa Kent was like, you don't want this shit.
To Man of Steel's credit, I do think the portrayal of Pa Kent in that movie is a Pa Kent that is not timeless. I think it's very locked in
the era,
current times and the era in which he exists. That's why I look at the Donner movies and this is the timeless Americana version of Superman.
Absolutely.
And Man of Steel is a very in the moment,
very modern,
could only have existed right now Superman.
Yeah. And I think that's why the Donner version for me ultimately triumphs, even though it's an older movie and whatever, doesn't have the effect.
From a storytelling perspective, I think the Donner movie works no matter what age you watch it.
Yep. Because it's the timeless story. You get the essence of Superman from that. Whereas the Nolan film or the Man of Steel verse, Zack Snyder, whoever you want to call it.
Only one man directed the movie.
Whatever. It's the Snyder verse or the Nolan verse or however, I don't know. But it doesn't matter because I think those movies are shit. But I really don't care. So it doesn't. But those. Yeah, exactly. They're in the moment Superman, and I would rather my Superman be timeless and across the board.
I think the one edge I will give Christopher Reeve over Cavill, and this is more to the material. You actually get to see that dichotomy between Superman and Clark Kent.
Yes. Yeah.
Get to see that portrayal, because he plays it completely different when he's Clark Kent versus when he's Superman.
That scene in Superman 2, I think, right, where he stands up and Lois is behind him in the bathroom and stuff. It's such a great moment. It's so understated. That's a level of subtlety I don't think you'd ever find in a Snyder movie.
Right.
The only reason I can't get down with that.
Like he would have turned around and his eyes would have been glowing red.
The only reason I can't get down with that Reeves versus Superman is that classic Americana that you were talking about. That era is done and gone. So it's not timeless to me.
But
A,
I don't
America
think
was never that.
But that's
B,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's
again.
why it's like Norman Rockwell style. It's reflecting an America that never existed but is idealized, right?
It's Superman
because Superman is idealized,
right?
He's an ideal Superman, an ideal superhero,
and it works for that. That's why you can have a different Batman in every generation, and it always feels appropriate. But if you try to shoehorn Superman into a more modern aesthetic, it doesn't always work because that world has to take place separate from ours.
Modern Superman is just nicer, Homelander.
Granted, in modern,
I'm okay with that.
In modern days, no investigative journalist would buy the whole Clark Kent facade.
There's also that.
Yeah.
All right.
Ronan Farrow would have blown the lid.
Absolutely.
All right.
Did you guys see that New Yorker article?
It's on you, Jermon?
Yes.
Yeah,
I still
you
got my
your brawlers. Yeah.
Let me go ahead and I have no choice but to get brawlers now. Let's go ahead and take another muscle-bound brawler off here. A very well-known one. The God of Thunder himself, Thor.
Yep, he was on my list.
There it is. Yeah. I was choosing between Thor and Superman.
I mean, he's gone toe-to-toe with the Hulk, and it's debatable whether which one was superior there. And in Marvel, MCU was very smart enough to make any of their battle. There's really never a true conclusion to any of their battles.
Yeah, keep the fans so they don't turn on you.
How could you? What would happen? It's but Thor is he was built for brawling. He's just that's literally what he lives for, just to beat the shit out of people. He literally, the first movie, he literally goes to the ice planet or whatever and just fucks shit up. Like
starts a fight for sure. Starts that fight.
Like,
he went to start some shit. Loki almost got him out of it, but I mean, run along, little princess.
I mean, even without Mjolnir, that is his natural inclination is to just brawl
and drink.
Yeah, and like you see
another.
By the time you get to Infinity War, he's like he's lived for 1,500 years. He's killed twice as many people over that time.
I'm like, God damn.
Jesus, you murdered 3,000 people.
But watch out, though. Kratos is coming for that Norse motherfucker.
Oh boy!
Now all of our science and tech are off the board. I was thinking for a little bit, I flirted with the idea of going Jane Foster as my science and tech person, but I felt like that wouldn't. She's an astrophysicist,
Right.
But
I guess depending on which
version of it,
she could have fell in the Doctor
app
too.
Yeah, she could have slotted for, and she could have been a Muscle Brown brawler.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
The Mighty Thor
She fills a lot of roles.
Did anybody have Data on their science tech list?
No.
Man,
My Data was number 2.
I would have thought Geordie LaForge before Data, probably.
all the people on my list were engineers.
Yeah.
R2D2 was on my engineer list, though.
Really? Yeah.
But I said, like I said, I was only going to pick one from any given franchise.
Like a walking Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Rolling Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Rolling.
All right. Literal Deus Ex Machina.
Brian, you have your anti-hero and your magician/sorcerer.
All right. Well,
we got to pick this up.
Anti-hero.
Yeah, 17 minutes.
My anti-hero. I need somebody on my team that knows the streets because all these people are kind of
Love, take me
like
down to the streets.
crazy and weird from different eras and walks of life. But I need somebody who really knows the streets and is a champion for the little man. I'm picking Omar Little as my anti-hero.
Omar coming! Wow! I thought we were drafting heroes. German is speechless. Holy shit!
My God.
That is the dark horse of dark horses.
I was like,
oh, indeed.
I was like, all right, so nobody in The Wire is quote unquote a good guy, but I feel like a few characters could fit the mold of an anti-hero. And I think as far as we're defining anti-heroes, as
Omar,
somebody with altruistic tendencies who has very complicated morality, Omar is up there for people on The Wire. So.
Wow.
And I'm trying to lock up the LGBTQ.
Nice.
Right on. I understand.
It is National Coming Out Day.
There you go.
Today.
There you go, guys.
There you go.
As of this recording.
So barely beating out Satan himself from John Milton.
This is Omar Little.
Omar Little. Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Omar
What a pull.
Wow.
I respect that, but I don't know if that's going to get you any Poprika points.
There are a number on my list that I'm like, well, you know what? If we're looking at, all right, what team's going to beat what, and they're voting on like, well, which team wins in the end, if we're all fighting each other, then of course my team's not going to win. But if we're looking at, no, these guys could start some shit.
They can't finish it, but they can start it. All right, Brian, you have your magician/sorcerer.
Magician sorcerer. This is the one I've been going back and forth on like the entire time we've been sitting here. But I'm gonna land. I landed on Prince Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
All right.
Yeah. Wow.
Prince of the Fire Nation. Begins the series as a villain, and spoilers, gradually becomes a hero over the course of the series.
Well, I can't wait to see that.
And and then ultimately teaches Aang how to firebend. But he had probably the most complicated and fascinating arc over that series, and he can also hurl some fire at you. So he's my guy.
Right on. Very nicely done. It is on me. I'm going to pick my last bit.
Wait a minute.
It's on you.
It's on me. It's on me. Okay, I just got my last muscle bound.
Yep.
Get
the bruiser out there.
Let's go ahead and stay in that god territory, or rather goddess territory. Let's go ahead and take Wonder Woman off the board.
Yeah, she was number 3 on my list.
Yeah.
She's your other bruiser?
Yeah. Dude, she's another one that lives for the fight. So yeah.
Wait, so both of your bruisers are gods?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And murderers.
New 52 Wonder Woman was all about that life.
Yes.
She was great.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that look. that was the one moment, loved in BVS where she comes in and, to help save the day, I guess, when Doomsday's about to, like, smoke Batman. And just that, like, when she gets into that battle with the sword and everything, and that little smirk on her face, she's just like...
Yeah, she's ready, ready for it.
Yes.
I haven't done this in centuries.
Yeah.
All right, on. Good call with the Wonder Woman. I was debating. I'm going to take my spot. I'm going to take a woman as well as my spy who, despite the utter ineptitude of the people that she works with, has shown herself to be incredibly competent, incredibly cool-headed, and just has to put up with fools and buffoons all day long.
Oh, I know. I think I know where this one's going.
But it's great. It's Lana Kane.
No, I didn't
Archer.
I didn't. I thought you were going to Agent Carter.
Although that would have been
right.
good too. Yeah.
or Agent 99 from Get Smart. She was around a bunch of buffoons too.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Lana Kane. Yup.
Wow.
She's proven to be a very good spy. She's far better than, like, as dumb as Archer is, he's actually not a horrible spy. Like, he gets the job done, but Lana's just better at it.
Yep.
I think. And she's proven that time and time again throughout the seasons. And wonderful voice work as well by Aisha Tyler. So, boom, Lana Kane. And
Nice. Good call.
Thank you.
It's on what?
It's on Pete Lentz to get your team leader.
Oh, God. The moment we've been waiting for.
So,
And your theme song.
so my
Who
team
could this
leader
fucker
and my
be?
theme song.
Yeah.
And my
He's
theme
built
song.
this up well.
Okay, so
We got 12 minutes.
In looking at this, I'm going back and forth. Who should be the guy? And you guys have all picked your leaders, right?
Yes.
You all picked your leaders. Okay, so right now, it was either this guy. I wanted to pick Optimus Prime, but I'm not going to. It's going to be Nick Fury.
Okay.
I was considering.
Good call. Good
I
call.
was considering him for my spy.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good call for spy too. Yeah.
Nick Fury, I feel like, first of all, his primary skill is delegation. And so
He does. He's great at
so
telling people what to do.
I think he's good at telling people what to do, and this team will need that sort of direction.
Yeah.
Because there are a number of leader class characters on this list that would go off and do their own shit if they did not have a chain of command. And I think Nick Fury has the best opportunity to make this team happen. So
Okay.
Nick Fury from the helicarrier doing this thing. My theme song.
Not bad.
My theme song is this is not even like matched to anything or whatever. I just think it's the fucking ballerest song in the world. Fucking Duel of the Fates, John Williams. That's it.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's
yes.
great. That's
Nice.
a good one.
Nice.
Duel of the Fates. Because it didn't matter. You could put that to anything and it would sound amazing.
All right.
Yeah.
Right
yeah.
on. Right on.
That's true. That is true.
It is over to me to pick my theme song. I can't not, man. While it's out there, I'm going with the X-Men animated.
Oh yeah.
That's
Nice.
That was on my short list.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
And I had one that popped into my head while we were doing this, but I'm interested in seeing if anybody takes that off the list. Jermon, theme song.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and with a song that has already been used once in a very great action scene. I think it's very motivational. Gets you going as far as seeing people kicking ass. Bring the Ruckus by the Wu-Tang Clan.
Good call.
Yes.
Good call.
Bring the motherfucker. Is
Yeah,
that in
Luke Cage? Yes.
Yeah.
He puts the headphones on and just goes to town.
Ghostface. All right,
Yes.
and what do you have, Brian?
Mine is the song "Regulators" by Warren G and Nate Dogg.
Mount up.
I can see Omar Little in that. Yeah.
All right. So to recap this, while we have a couple seconds left here, Brian's team. His leader is Princess Leia. His tech person is Kaylee Fry. Fighter is Link. Antihero is Omar Little.
That's amazing.
Spy is Emma Peel. His doc is Dr. Abraham Van Helsing. Magician is Prince Zuko. And his two muscle-bound brawlers are RoboCop and The Thing. And they're coming out to Regulators. Jermon, your team leader.
Beautiful.
Your team leader is the Batman. Your science person is Rita Richards, which that would be an interesting combo. Your fighter is the Bride. Anti-hero is John Wick. And your spy is Ethan Hunt. Your doc is Claire Temple. Your magician is Doc Strange. Your muscle-bound brawlers are Thor and Wonder Woman. And your theme song is Brain the Motherfucking Ruckus.
Somebody's getting fucked up.
Fucking murderers.
Somebody's getting
Murderers Row. My list. I have as my team leader Steve Rogers himself, Captain America. My science person is the Funk Dr. Spock. The fighter is Spike Spiegel. My anti-hero is Billy Butcher. Diabolical. My spy is Lana Kane. Yup. And my doctor/medic is Bev Crusher. My magician is Master Yoda. My boss mom brawlers are Soups and the Hulk.
Jesus.
And my theme song is X-Men, the animated series. And Pete, your leader is Nicholas J. Fury. Your science tech person is Rick Sanchez. Your fighter is Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's me. His anti-hero is Han Solo, which that works. That works. Spy is Solid fucking Snake.
That's great.
That is that's such a good pull. Your doctor/medic is Ratchet from Transformers. Your magician is Gandalf the White. Your muscle-bound brawlers are Chewie and Kratos. Your theme song is the Duel of the Fates, and that is it.
That is wild. That is wild. Now, so I mentioned a little while ago that I almost got Emma Peel on my list twice. That's because one of my options for team leader was M, as portrayed by Judi Dench, who in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen universe is the same character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
like Emma Peel became M.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Really good idea, right?
Yeah, I had
so in my head, that's just canon.
Right.
Yeah, I had a couple people for a couple different spots. Like I had Ethan Hunt for both spy and leader. At one point, I had Soups for a team leader for a while, as well as brawler. I had Captain America as a brawler if I didn't get him as a leader, too.
I had House as one of my doctors.
House was on my doctor list.
I considered him.
House, the doctor was on my doctor list.
Liu Kang
Not really
I
a
had for
doctor,
one of my fighters, or the Pikey from Snatch.
I had Liu Kang on my list too for fighters.
I also had Bruce Leroy on my list for fighters.
That's a good one. I had Chun-Li on my bruiser list.
Nice.
Yeah, she was, but she got taken off my list.
Yeah, John Constantine and Harry Potter were considered for magicians.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Did anybody have Jason Bourne on the list?
Yeah.
Jason Bourne was my number 2 spy. My number 3 spy was Laserbeak.
It was going to be either all Star Wars or all Transformers.
Dude,
Or the mix of the two.
Laserbeak. No one ever catches him.
That
no
would've
one
been
ever
good.
catches him.
That would have been a really good one.
Like nowadays, it probably wouldn't work. It's like, what the fuck is a cassette
he's a copier.
doing here?
in Dark of the Moon, he was a copy machine.
Snake Eyes was my runner-up for spy.
Yeah,
nice,
dude.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did
good
have some
call.
G.I. Joe on my list too, but like Duke was going to be one of my team leaders.
I'm surprised
Go
nobody
Joe.
scooped up Tony Stark. For,
It was going to be the science guy, but he got edged out by Rick Sanchez. I just felt like that was a funnier
Poprika
pick.
feels about Tony Stark. I was like,
He's kind of poison. I'm going to just stay away from him.
I tried to sprinkle in some Guardians characters. Like I was going to use Gamora for a fighter at one point, or Drax for one of my bruisers, just kind of pander. But
I had Zangief as a bruiser.
oh wow,
Yeah.
I also had a One Punch Man as a bruiser. And I was like, nah, that might be a little bit too much.
One Punch Man.
I had
Hell
One
yeah.
Punch Man. And for my tech, I had Benji from Mission Impossible joints, man. The one who's always with
and then I also had Lee from Enter the Dragon, and then Neo as fighters.
Oh yeah,
I had Neo in a couple different categories.
He can fit into a few places.
Because I had him for a little bit there in the science category because it's like he can talk to the Matrix, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have a Messiah category, so it doesn't really.
Well, hey, I had Jesus in the same category, so it's like he was my tech science guy for a while. Jesus was a scientist.
Well, yeah, he's a chemist.
I had Doc Coddle as one of my Doc from Battlestar Galactica.
Oh yeah.
Doc World,
He was actually on my list too. He
Doc
was
Coddle?
way down at the bottom because he was one of the last ones I thought of. But I love Coddle.
Yeah.
He's one of the
I had Hobbs from
Hobbs and
Shaw.
Shaw. Yeah,
as a bruiser.
as one of my bruisers. Yeah.
Donatello's this tech guy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's working with shit. Like,
and Panthro was another one in my tech category.
Yeah.
I was like, well, he's got nunchucks too, and he's got spikes on his shoulder pads. So I mean, like, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
All right.
Han Solo narrowly edged out the Punisher on my anti-hero list.
Yeah, I was not touching the Punisher.
Yeah, I don't know how people feel about.
Yeah, I was like, that might be a
maybe
negative
Deadpool,
vote.
but I was just like,
Deadpool mate was on my list for anti-hero too. Yeah.
All right, then that's going to wrap it up for our fall draft, man. Our team of heroes. This is going to be interesting to see how this whole thing.
I have no idea because I don't know how people are going to vote for it. Like I said, they might pick like, oh, who could win in a fight.
Yeah,
they might win like, what team would I like to see most? You know, it's like
I'm going to specify these are not teams fighting each other. These are teams assembled to go on a mission and handle a threat or neutralize a threat.
Yeah.
It is not whose team can out-brawl whose team.
Right.
Yeah. All right, then that's going to do it. We will have the voting up shortly. Well, actually, the voting is up by the time you heard this. We know our winner, probably, by the time you hear this. Hopefully you enjoy it. We'll be back in December for one more, the winter draft.
Ooh.
Right here on Poprika.